everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, and comment before we get started. For a really long while, this will be my very last video about my breast reduction. It has been a year, you guys. Can you believe that? It's been like an entire year since I had my breast reduction, and honestly I don't regret anything about it. Just to give you guys the gist of it all, I don't regret anything. Only thing I regret honestly is not doing it sooner and letting people talk me out of it. I've mentioned that to you guys. So March 3rd 2020, I had a breast reduction done in Mesa, Arizona, just to get everything out in the open. If you haven't seen my playlist of my breast reduction, go on my channel and check that out. I literally vlog from beginning to up to now, I guess, of how my experience with my breast reduction went. And so I get so many questions. Where did I have my breast reduction done? Who did my breast reduction? Because you guys love my results. I love my results. I'm really happy with my results. I had my breast reduction done by Dr. Testa. That's Testa at Advanced Surgical Associates in Mesa, Arizona. My insurance paid for my breast reduction 100%. That's another question I get a lot. How did I pay for my breast reduction? How much did it cost? I think it was like $13,000, or is it $15,000? Anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 is how much my breast reduction cost. They didn't really show me the full receipt because they needed it for my insurance. As I mentioned, my insurance paid 100%, thousands of dollars for that breast reduction to happen. Why? I get that question a lot. My insurance paid for my breast reduction 100% because it was deemed medically necessary for me to have my breast reduction. My doctor, my surgeon, went ahead and documented what kind of things I had happen. A lot of you guys have also asked, like, why did I get the breast reduction? I've wanted a breast reduction since I was about 12 years old, you guys. No lie. I got the breast reduction because I had many injections into my shoulders because my breasts were just so heavy. Many back injections because they were just so long and heavy, and they were hanging, you guys. Like, they were just so saggy. Like, my nipples were down to my belly button, honestly, is how big and long my breasts were. They had no type of perkiness to them. As I mentioned, my nipples just pointed straight down to the ground, you guys. There was no type of elevation. And it had been that way since I was about 12 years old. Once I hit puberty, my breasts instantly changed, you guys. They went from being like perky to instantly sagging. It was almost like overnight. I'll never forget that experience. And I've just gone through my entire adolescence and adulthood with those breasts. They got bigger due to weight gain, due to medications, due to hormones, and it was just really hard to deal with. On top of all of that, the pain injections and shoulder injections because of my breasts, I also had skin infections because it was just skin on skin contact. There was no, like, so when you have constant skin on skin contact, you're gonna have sweating and moisture and sometimes fungus and other types of skin infections. I experienced so many different types of skin infections underneath my breast and on my stomach because where they would just hang and sag. So I had a breast reduction. So a lot of people have asked me, did I need to lose weight before my breast reduction got approved? The answer is yes and no. So I wanted a breast reduction, however, I was like 350 pounds. And I had weight loss surgery first, and then I lost about 100 pounds, and then I was still like 260 pounds, but that was good enough for my surgeon. He said he understood the pain I was in and the trouble my breasts were causing me. He didn't require me to lose any more weight. Plus he believed that the weight loss that I had made it even worse, made everything, even my symptoms and my sagging and my skin infections due to skin on skin contact. He said the weight loss surgery most likely made that even worse. So he went ahead and approved my breast reduction, and so did my insurance. How much pain was it? I get this question a lot. Once people in person find out that I've had a breast reduction, they always ask me, like, how much pain was it? I've heard breast reductions are so painful. Like, how much pain were you in? And the answer is not that much. You guys watched my I'm hoping you guys pause this video and go watch my playlist on my breast reduction. You guys, it was an outpatient surgery, meaning I had the breast reduction and I was in the car 20 minutes later, like going to the restaurant for food, and then I went home. Like, it wasn't as as painful as people make it seem, at least not with my surgeon. I know everyone's different, everyone's pain threshold is different. However, I don't like pain. I don't have a strong, high pain threshold, so therefore I'm just being honest with my experience, you guys. It was not that painful. Did I feel pain? Yes. I'm not saying it was like a breeze, a walk in the park. However, it wasn't that as painful as people make it seem. It was not that at all. Also, they gave me like only 5 pain pills. And then when I told them I was feeling additional pain, like in certain spots around my areolas, those were the last thing to heal. So those were the things that that's where I was feeling the most pain, was around my areola, because it was really big, and he cut my areola down really small, you guys. It used to take up, like, if I still had my original areolas, you would probably, if this shirt was any lower, you'd be able to see my areola, because they were huge, and he cut them down to be like really, really small. And they healed last. Everything else healed pretty quickly, but my areolas healed last because they had like tape and things on them. When they removed the tape is when I felt the most pain, and they gave me additional pain meds. So it was like, you guys, it wasn't that bad, honestly. I get that question all the time about pain and things like that. Am I happy with my results? I love my results. I don't wear bras. Like, these are my boobs. This is my chest. I'm really happy with it. Honestly, the breast reduction surgery changed my life. I can't even explain to you guys how it changed my life. It's just, after the breast reduction and with that pain relief from my shoulders and my back, since then, within the past year, I have not received any shoulder injections. That's huge, because I was getting them so often, you guys, because my breasts were just so heavy and my brows were pulling on my shoulders. So I was getting pain injections into my shoulders, and I haven't had any in over a year now. Like, besides the pain, just things, I feel like my viewpoint of my body since my breast reduction surgery has just changed so much. I have a waist now. Well, I've always had a waist, but you can see my waist now. The skin infections gone. Haven't had any all year. I went through the summertime in Arizona without any skin infections, without, I'm not going to say without sweating, because it gets up to 120 degrees here. So I have sweated, but I don't have skin on skin contact like I used to. And you guys, it is just so much better. So it's just all around very positive. I'm going to sit up a little bit so you guys can see. These are my breasts here. I am not wearing a bra. I very rarely wear a bra. As I mentioned, you guys are not seeing my areolas. You guys are seeing, or my nipples. These are nipple covers. My areolas are even smaller than the nipple covers. That's how small my areolas are, you guys. Oh yeah, so another thing I want to talk about really quickly before I end the video is my sensation. Apparently, a lot of women don't get their feeling back in their nipples and in their breasts after a breast reduction surgery, since it is so extreme. However, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you here. TMI, my nipples are like hard constantly. That's all I can say. Like, I have 100%, I don't know if it's 100%, but I have feeling in my breasts everywhere. I feel everything. I feel the smallest breeze will make my nipples hard, you guys. Like, the sensation in my breast is better than it was before I had breast reduction surgery, and I think that's because my skin was just hanging, and it was just so much fat and so much skin. I didn't have sensation really in my breast, you guys, like before my breast reduction surgery. I could pinch on my breasts, like my skin before my breast reduction surgery. I remember I used to like show my mom pinch hard and I wouldn't feel it. Like I would barely feel, I had barely had feeling in my breast before my breast reduction surgery, and now I do. My surgeon did not want me to go too small because he wanted me to continue to have feeling. He wanted me to have feeling and be able to breastfeed if I ever have children. I told him I don't know if I'm going to have children. And he said we won't know until, well, I won't know until I go and I actually get pregnant and have a baby. I won't know if I can breastfeed, because that's another big thing. A lot of women, when their surgeons go too small, they lose feeling in their breasts completely, and they also are not able to breastfeed a lot of the time. My surgeon didn't want to go too small because he didn't want to take that away from me. So I don't know how that's going to go whenever I have a baby. However, the feeling, he was completely right about that. I love my size. There have been people telling me, please wear a bra, please wear a bra, they're going to grow back. Honestly, even if they grow back, I won't be upset. Which they have a little bit. They have because of weight gain. I did gain about 20 pounds. And because of that, they have grown a little bit. However, the shape is a huge thing to me. So if my breasts grow back this way, at least my nipples will be perkier than they were, is my feelings about it. They won't look the same, even though I may even grow to the same size I used to be, which was like a 44 double D's, where I chose to stop. I could have gone higher in my breasts, what I used to wear in my bras, but I chose not to. So even if they grow back to that, you guys, they won't be the same shape that they were. So I don't think I'll ever regret my breast reduction surgery. Honestly, do I recommend it? Highly recommend. If it's something you've been wanting to do, if it's something you've researched about, if you've researched about what surgeons are available in your area, their prices, their reviews, and things like that, then I say go for it. Even if you just have a thought like, oh, I'm unhappy with my breasts, they're sagging, whatever, I'm having all these health issues, you guys, I say go for it. Don't let people stop you from living your best life, because this past year has been one of the best years of my life since I had breast reduction surgery. And I honestly wish, like, when I wanted to get it done, when I turned 18, I should have gotten it done then. However, we won't go back to the past. I got it done. I'm living my best life. That's all I've got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye, guys.